Deep within the unforgiving wilderness of Russia, where ancient forests whisper secrets and shadows dance with the unknown, lies a mountain shrouded in legend. Vottovaara, a place where the laws of nature seem to bend and the boundaries between the real and the supernatural blur. Here, trees twist in silent agony, their forms defying logic and reason. An unsettling silence hangs heavy in the air, broken only by the wind whistling through the skeletal branches. Life, as we know it, seems to have abandoned this place. Locals call it Death Mountain. Scattered across this desolate landscape are thousands of ancient stones, the remnants of a forgotten past. Were they placed by human hands or by forces beyond our comprehension? What secrets do they hold? Ruins emerge from the undergrowth, hinting at a lost civilization, a culture that vanished into the mists of time. Who were these people? What knowledge did they possess, and why did they disappear? On the shores of a nearby lake, ancient rock carvings whisper tales of a time before history. Strange figures and symbols, etched into the very fabric of the mountain, offer tantalizing clues to a forgotten world. Is Vottovaara a window into a lost civilization, a place where the veil between worlds is thin? Or is it merely a natural anomaly, a testament to the power of human imagination? Join us as we journey to find out.
In the remote wilderness of Russia's Karelia Republic lies Vottovaara, a mountain enveloped in legend and mystery. Locals whisper of its otherworldly energy, a place where trees twist unnaturally and ancient stones defy understanding. This rugged landscape, once part of ancient Finland, has been revered for millennia by the Sami tribes and shamans, ancestors of modern Finns. They believed Vottovaara held special spiritual power, and today it continues to draw those curious enough to unravel its unexplained phenomena. As one ascends Vottovaara, the mountain's strangeness becomes increasingly apparent. The journey begins through dense pine and fir forests, but soon the trees start to twist and contort in unnatural ways. Trunks spiral as if caught in a slow-motion dance, and branches curve downward, forming eerie shapes that challenge logic. At the summit, no tree is older than a few decades, suggesting an unseen force periodically resets the forest's life cycle, leaving a landscape frozen in endless renewal. The unsettling atmosphere is heightened by an almost supernatural silence. No birds call, no creatures scurry, and the lakes dotting the slopes are devoid of fish. This absence of life, combined with the twisted trees and desolate atmosphere, has led locals to nickname it Death Mountain. Yet, despite its eerie reputation, Vottovaara attracts explorers, spiritual seekers, and curious minds alike. Adding to the enigma are about 1,600 massive stones known as sides, arranged across the terrain in deliberate formations. Sacred to the Sami, these stones were believed to represent spirits of nature or earth guardians. Balanced delicately on smaller rocks, they appear to float just above the ground, their massive weight seemingly defying gravity. While some scientists attribute their positions to glacial movements during the Ice Age, the precise balancing of so many stones challenges this explanation. What are the odds that 1,600 stones would rest so perfectly in such precarious positions? If these stones were placed by human hands, it raises questions about how ancient people achieved such feats. The delicate balance suggests they were placed with great care, ensuring the smaller supporting rocks weren't crushed. Could an ancient civilization have possessed advanced knowledge or tools beyond our understanding? And if so, what purpose did these seds serve? Were they markers, altars, or part of a complex spiritual map laid across the mountain? One of the most intriguing features is a formation known as the Well. Locals speculate that this stone structure is an ancient man-made reservoir, with blocks cut into rectangular shapes too precise for natural erosion. Despite centuries of weathering that have cracked and deformed the stones, remnants of precise interlockings remain, hinting at human craftsmanship. Similar structures exist elsewhere in Europe, such as the carved tank at Bulgaria's Perperikon sanctuary, which channels water through intricate grooves, surviving thousands of years. Might the Vottovaara well share a connection with such sites, hinting at a broader lost knowledge that spanned ancient Europe? If so, how did ancient builders across vast distances and time share similar techniques? Scattered among the megaliths are other enigmatic artifacts, smooth oval stone spheres often resting on natural pedestals. Their surfaces, worn but clearly crafted, resemble finds near the Bosnian Pyramid and in Costa Rica, where over 300 such spheres have been uncovered. Their purpose remains unknown. Were they used in ancient rituals? Symbols of lost knowledge connecting distant peoples? Or merely artistic expressions lost to time? The similarities between these objects across far-flung sites suggest connections modern science has yet to explain, leaving a tantalizing mystery. Beyond the seeds, spheres, and well, Vottovaara reveals more structures that challenge natural explanations. One appears to be the remains of ancient stairs, partially buried in the rugged terrain. The stones forming these steps are squared and smoothed, fitting together with precision that seems artificial, like a staircase leading nowhere, perhaps once part of a larger, lost complex. While some scientists suggest natural geological formations, visitors often leave with the impression that the mountain holds secrets, defying easy explanations. Another curious ruin resembles a prehistoric wall composed of large, squared stone blocks fitting together with uncanny precision. Though weathered by time, the blocks retain traces of their original smoothness, hinting at sophisticated craftsmanship. Is it possible that this wall, like other structures on Vottovaara, was built by a civilization that has vanished, taking its knowledge and techniques into history's mists? The mysteries extend beyond physical structures. On the eastern bank of Lake Onega, Europe's second largest lake, lies ancient rock art known as the Onega petroglyphs. Carved into granite cliffs rising from the lake, these 1,200 carvings are estimated to be 5,000 to 6,000 years old. Remarkably, they use light and shadow to transform the cliffs into a prehistoric canvas that shifts with the setting sun. During the day, the carvings are nearly invisible, blending into the rocky surface. But as the sun descends, the granite turns a deep red, and the images emerge in stark relief, illuminated in a stunning natural display. It's as if the ancient artists intentionally chose this location to bring their visions to life using nature's light. The imagery of the Onega petroglyphs is as mysterious as Vottovaara itself. Unlike familiar motifs of Eurasian rock art, these carvings predominantly feature waterbirds, especially swans, etched with precision that suggests deep reverence. The most striking figure is a human-like creature with a rectangular body and an oversized square head, over 2.5 meters long. Carved into a rock overlooking Lake Onega, its placement suggests it was seen as a spiritual gateway to the netherworld by the Neolithic people. Centuries later, Christian monks defaced the figure, carving a 7-pointed Orthodox cross over it, believing it to be a symbol of the devil. Their actions were part of efforts to suppress what they saw as pagan beliefs, leaving a legacy of conflict and cultural erasure. Yet, despite attempts to suppress the mountain's spiritual legacy, Vottovaara's allure endures. Today, many visitors journey to this remote region, drawn by its palpable energy. They come to meditate among the ancient stones, hoping to connect with the spirits said to inhabit this mystical place. Walking among twisted trees, enigmatic formations and ancient carvings, they ponder, is Vottovaara a relic of a lost civilization where ancient knowledge intersects with unexplained natural forces? Or is it simply a natural anomaly, its reputation shaped by centuries of human imagination and wonder? If you liked this video, then you're going to love our next adventure, Gornaya Shoria megaliths. Journey to the remote mountains of Siberia and witness astonishing ancient ruins composed of immense granite blocks. Some weigh an estimated 3,000 tons, making them potentially the largest megalithic stones ever discovered. Explore the mysteries of these enigmatic structures and uncover their possible origins. Could they be evidence of prehistoric construction or lost civilizations? Watch now to uncover the secrets of Gornaya Shoria and discover if these megaliths could rewrite history. High above a Siberian valley, deep in the Altai Mountains, there lies a hidden enigma, Denisova Cave, a place that changed our view of human evolution forever. What secrets lie within this ancient chamber? How did a discovery here challenge everything we thought we knew? Discovered in 1977 by Russian scientists, Denisova Cave seemed like just another archaeological site in a region full of history. But this cave would soon become one of the most significant finds in anthropology. Initial digs revealed tools, animal bones, and remnants of ancient fires. Then, in 2008, a tiny pinky bone fragment was found, buried in the darkness of the cave for over 40,000 years. That single bone would change the world. At first, it seemed like a remnant of ancient human life, perhaps a Neanderthal. But the DNA revealed a mystery. It didn't match modern humans or Neanderthals. It pointed to something new, an unknown lineage that had slipped through time. They called them the Denisovans. How many other lost branches of humanity remain undiscovered? What did these beings know that we do not? It's like finding a whole new chapter in the book of human history, remarked Dr. Svante Paabo, a pioneer in ancient DNA research. The Denisovan discovery sent shockwaves through science, not only because they existed, but because of their mysterious traits. Denisova Cave extends over 60 meters into the mountain. Its shadowy chambers held more than bones. They found tools and ornaments, bracelets of polished greenstone and pendants of mammoth ivory. Artifacts too advanced for their time. Who crafted these objects? Did they reveal a culture as complex as early humans? Or did they suggest something even stranger, interaction between Denisovans and others? It suggests a level of complexity in these societies we hadn't expected, said one researcher. Were the Denisovans artists? Did they chart the stars or communicate with distant human groups? Denisova Cave is a time capsule, preserving clues about ancient climates, creatures, and lives. But for every answer, more mysteries arise. Denisovan DNA has been found in populations thousands of miles away in Southeast Asia and Australia. How did they spread so far? Were they explorers, crossing oceans or navigating mountain passes long before recorded history? Unlike the robust Neanderthals and artistic Homo sapiens, the Denisovans appear to blend traits from both. Their DNA in Melanesians and Aboriginal Australians suggests ancient intermingling. Were they a hidden lineage, or did they play a key role in shaping humanity? The cave's secrets blur the line between myth and reality. Could ancient Siberian folklore of giants be memories of Denisovans? Or might they link to myths of lost civilizations, stories of advanced peoples who vanished without a trace? Some believe the true extent of the Denisovans' knowledge has been hidden. What could be so dangerous about their story? Did these ancient humans have knowledge beyond what we credit them for? An understanding of the stars, or travel skills rivaling the Mesopotamians? Since the Pinky Bones discovery, archaeologists have found more Denisovan remains: teeth, skull fragments, and tools. One molar, massive and robust, suggested a species physically distinct from Neanderthals and humans. Its size resembled earlier human ancestors, yet it lay beside advanced artifacts. How could primitive features coexist with complex behavior? It is as if the Denisovans were a bridge between ancient hominids and modern humans. Some scientists believe they had larger brains or unique spatial awareness, giving them a deeper understanding of their world. Others suggest they perceived reality differently, in ways beyond our comprehension. Consider the Denisovan bracelet, delicately carved, with a hole drilled so precisely that it suggests a type of drill beyond their time. Could this be forgotten technology or even contact with other realms, as some theorists suggest? Skeptics dismiss these ideas, but the mysteries of Denisova continue to fuel debate. The Altai Mountains are filled with hidden histories. Nearby caves hold traces of Neanderthals and early Homo sapiens, but none rival the depth of Denisova's findings. It's as if this cave was a crossroads, where ancient cultures converged, shared knowledge, and then vanished. Comparing Denisova to the famous Lascaux caves in France reveals a striking contrast. In Lascaux, paintings depict a world of animals and beliefs, early human expression. Denisova's secrets are buried in genetic codes and tools. Lascaux is a window into the mind. Denisova challenges the boundaries of evolution. And the question persists. What else remains in the darkness of Denisova Cave? Each new discovery makes the Denisovan story more intricate. Are we uncovering a forgotten people or understanding a hidden part of ourselves? What truths remain in the shadows? What revelations about our past might be waiting? The discoveries here reach far beyond a cave in Siberia. They touch on fundamental questions of who we are and where we come from. Imagine a world where Denisovans, Neanderthals, and early Homo sapiens coexisted, crossing icy rivers and forests. A world where different branches of humanity exchanged ideas, skills, and stories. Could the Denisovans have been among the first explorers of Asia? Did their knowledge shape later cultures? Some scientists propose Denisovans played a role in early human migrations. Their genetic footprint in Southeast Asia and Oceania suggests a wide range. The mysteries go beyond the cave walls. Denisovan DNA still lingers in some populations, influencing traits like immune responses and high-altitude adaptation. In Tibet, Denisovan genes help people thrive in thin air, an ancient gift from a species long gone. Understanding them helps us understand ourselves. As new excavations continue, the story of Denisova Cave unfolds. The caves of Siberia hold secrets that could change how we see ourselves, secrets that might challenge everything we believe about human history. What lies buried, waiting for discovery? Perhaps the most important clues still lie beneath the surface, in the silence of time. The answers may lie in Denisova Cave, waiting to challenge everything we think we know about humankind. With each new clue, the mystery only deepens. In 2013, deep in the Shoria Mountains of southern Siberia, explorers stumbled upon a site that defied explanation. Massive stone blocks, some over 3,000 tons, arranged in formations that suggested human design. This was the beginning of the mystery of the Gornaya Shoria megaliths, a discovery that could challenge everything we know about ancient history. The expedition, led by Georgy Sidorov, ventured into a region that had remained hidden during the Soviet era. Rising 3,600 feet above sea level, the Gornaya Shoria site held enormous stone structures, stacked with surprising precision. Upon arrival, the team encountered granite blocks with flat surfaces and sharp angles, some towering over 140 feet high, forming what appeared to be a colossal wall stretching over 700 feet. Each block measured around 65 feet in length and stood between 16 to 23 feet tall, dimensions that dwarfed Stonehenge and the pyramids of Egypt. But one question remained. How could such immense stones have been carved, moved, and placed in this remote landscape? Sidorov's notes speculated that the site might date back 100,000 years, pushing the timeline of human construction into uncharted territory. This hypothesis remains speculative, but if accurate, It suggests an advanced civilization that vanished, leaving only these stones behind. The Gornaya Shoria megaliths resemble other ancient structures, like the Baalbek stones in Lebanon or the Sacsayhuaman walls in Peru, sites that have puzzled archaeologists for decades. Yet Gornaya Shoria stands apart due to the immense size of its stones and its remote location, suggesting a level of engineering far beyond what ancient humans are believed to have achieved. Adding to the mystery were circular holes and signs of melting on some stones, as if exposed to intense heat. Sidorov speculated about ancient rock fusion techniques, or even a thermonuclear event, ideas that remain controversial. What could cause such damage? Was it a natural disaster or some unknown ancient technology? Or, as some suggest, could it be the aftermath of a cataclysmic event that destroyed whatever once stood here? The mystery deepened when the researchers' compasses malfunctioned near the stones. Sidorov suggested a negative geomagnetic field, possibly a remnant of an ancient energy source. Similar geomagnetic disturbances have been seen at other ancient sites, prompting theories that ancient people understood how to harness natural forces in ways we have yet to rediscover. But the harsh Siberian climate cut the expedition short, forcing the researchers to leave before they could find definitive answers. Yet, the clues they gathered hint at a mystery that could rewrite our understanding of ancient civilizations. If these megaliths were built by humans, they suggest a forgotten chapter of history, one with skills and knowledge beyond what we have recorded. If humans built these structures, how did they survive in such a harsh environment? And why settle in the Shoria Mountains, where winters bring deadly cold? During the last ice age, around 20,000 years ago, much of the northern hemisphere was buried under ice. Yet Siberia's mammoth steppe, a cold grassland, offered refuge. Woolly mammoths and other large animals roamed, providing resources for survival. Evidence shows that humans adapted to this land. Stone tools, ivory weapons, and the remains of hunters have been found, suggesting that people thrived here earlier than previously thought, some dating back 30,000 years, nearly twice as old as the earliest known human sites in the Americas. Could the builders of Gornaya Shoria have found a haven in this challenging environment? Gornaya Shoria invites comparisons to other mysterious sites, like Baalbek's 1,000-ton stone blocks or the precisely fitted walls of Sacsayhuaman in the Andes. These places share a common question. How did ancient peoples move and shape such massive stones without modern technology? Unlike those sites, Gornaya Shoria is far from known trade routes or civilizations, adding to the puzzle. Could similar knowledge have spread across ancient cultures, even separated by vast distances? Such theories have led to speculation about a pre-flood civilization, a society that may have existed before a cataclysm reshaped the Earth. Stories of lost civilizations, from Plato's Atlantis to the Great Flood, align with this idea. Could the Shoria megaliths be remnants of a society that thrived long before recorded history, only to be wiped away by disaster? The massive stones and their precise arrangement suggest the work of ancient builders, perhaps echoing their knowledge through similar sites around the world. Despite these theories, official research has been limited. Russian authorities classify the site as a natural formation, suggesting geological processes shaped the blocks. But without thorough archaeological investigation, this conclusion remains uncertain. Observers note the sharp angles and regular arrangement, making a natural explanation seem less likely. Could wind and water alone shape such structures, or do they reveal the mark of ancient craftsmanship? A link between Gornaya Shoria's stones and other megalithic sites, like the underwater ruins off Japan or the terraces of Pumapunku in Bolivia. The scale and precision of these sites hint that ancient builders might have shared architectural knowledge despite being separated by oceans. Could an ancient network have connected these cultures, leaving behind a global puzzle? Beyond the academic debate, Gornaya Shoria inspires more speculative ideas. What if these stones were not just the remnants of an ancient civilization, but designed with a purpose we don't yet understand? Could they have functioned as an energy center, tapping into geomagnetic forces? Some theorists point to the circular holes and signs of melting as evidence of ancient technology, perhaps a form of energy manipulation or a defensive mechanism that led to the site's destruction. These theories remain controversial but echo ancient legends, stories of cities destroyed by fire from the sky, of civilizations lost in sudden cataclysms. Tales like the sinking of Atlantis or the fall of Sodom and Gomorrah resonate with the stones of Gornaya Shoria. Could these myths hold a hidden truth about the structures beneath the Siberian wilderness? For now, the Gornaya Shoria megaliths remain an enigma, caught between myth and reality, nature and human design. Until more research is done, the truth remains buried in Siberia's frozen landscape. But if these megaliths were crafted by human hands, they could reshape our understanding of ancient history, challenging our beliefs about early human capabilities. As the sun sets over the Shoria Mountains, the megaliths stand as a silent mystery, questioning everything we know about human ingenuity. Are they remnants of a lost civilization or the result of nature's forces? Until more evidence emerges, Gornaya Shoria continues to invite speculation and wonder. In the remote wilderness of the North Caucasus, nestled within the Kabardino-Balkaria Republic, lies a rugged and untouched landscape. Towering mountains and vast, desolate stretches of wilderness guard the secrets of this isolated region. Few dare to venture here, but in 2011, Russian speleologist Arthur Zhemukov uncovered something that would challenge our understanding of ancient history. While exploring the peak of Kahora Mountain, Zhemukov stumbled upon what appeared to be a simple vertical fissure in the earth. However, as he and his team descended, they realized this was no ordinary cave. The walls were lined with geometrically precise stone slabs, arranged so perfectly that it became clear this was the work of human hands. The shaft, which initially appeared natural, revealed itself to be a man-made structure. Driven by curiosity, the team continued their descent. The polished stone walls plunged 130 feet before opening into a vast underground hall, standing an imposing 36 meters high. The shaft itself extended over 350 feet, constructed from massive megalithic blocks that fit together with near-perfect precision. The blocks formed right angles, leaving minimal gaps between them. Such craftsmanship raised serious questions. Who could have built such a structure, and how did they achieve such accuracy? Within the hall, Zhemukov's team found stone blocks resembling columns, arranged with such care that the site appeared to have been constructed for a specific purpose. The polished walls bore an uncanny resemblance to the Grand Gallery of the Pyramid of Khufu in Egypt. As they explored further, the passageways narrowed, some becoming too tight for even a child to pass through. Although they could not fully explore the structure, the evidence pointed to a single conclusion. This was no natural cave. It was a man-made structure of astonishing complexity. The scale and precision of the megalithic blocks raised profound questions. Some of the stones weighed over 200 tons, yet they had been fitted together with minimal gaps, much like other ancient wonders. What kind of technology could have enabled such an ancient civilization to construct such a monumental structure? As word of the discovery spread, it attracted the attention of other researchers. Vadim Chernobrov, head of Cosmopoisk, a Russian organization studying anomalies, joined Zhemukov on further expeditions. Using precise measurements, Chernobrov mapped the explored sections and produced a 3D model comparing the shaft to a Soviet space rocket. His findings emphasized the artificial design of the structure. Despite the overwhelming evidence that the Kahora shaft was man-made, its purpose remained a mystery. Chernobrov speculated that it might have had a technological function, possibly serving as part of a larger machine or seismological research facility. The narrow passageways suggested the structure was not designed for habitation, but for a more obscure purpose. Other researchers put forward bolder theories, suggesting that the shaft might be part of a long-lost pyramid buried beneath the mountain. Climbers exploring the region noted that there was constant airflow within the shaft, possibly indicating it once functioned as a ventilation system for a more extensive underground complex. Regardless of differing opinions, one thing became clear. The Kahora shaft was not a natural formation. As Zhemukov continued his research, he began to uncover links between the Kahora shaft and ancient legends passed down through generations in the North Caucasus. Myths of vast underground cities, built by forgotten civilizations, seemed eerily consistent with the structure's megalithic construction and geometric precision. The evidence suggested these legends might be rooted in fact. One particularly chilling connection tied the Kahora shaft to World War II. During the war, Germany launched Operation Edelweiss, an attempt to seize the oil-rich Caucasus region. For some leaders, however, the region held more than just strategic value. Heinrich Himmler, head of the SS, had a deep fascination with the occult and believed the Caucasus might hold clues to the origins of the Aryan race. Himmler's organization, the Ahnenwerber, scoured the world for ancient knowledge. Their interest in the Caucasus region, known for its legends of underground cities, was no coincidence. Zhemukov's research revealed that German soldiers had come dangerously close to discovering the Kahora shaft during their occupation of the area. Near the entrance, they carved a swastika, a mark that suggested German researchers were on the hunt for ancient Aryan cities. Even more astonishing was the discovery of an ancient swastika near the same site, far older than when the German army first existed. Could it have been left by the civilization that built the shaft? Zhemukov believed that the Kahora shaft wasn't an isolated site. He speculated that it was part of a larger network of ancient structures, remnants of a forgotten civilization hidden deep within the Caucasus Mountains. However, just as he prepared to deepen his research, tragedy struck. In 2015, after making what he described as a significant new discovery, Zhemukov died in a car accident under mysterious circumstances. His sudden death shocked the research community, and some suspected it was no mere accident. Several other researchers connected to the Kahora shaft had also died under suspicious circumstances. Vadim Chernobrov, who had worked closely with Zhemukov on many expeditions, passed away from cancer just 2 years later. Others involved in the research also met untimely deaths, adding to the air of mystery and danger surrounding the Kahora shaft. In the years following these tragedies, exploration of the shaft came to a halt. For a time, it seemed as though the mysteries of the Kahora shaft would remain buried. However, in 2017 and 2018, a man named Alexander Sploshnov ventured into the region, capturing a series of photographs that reignited interest in the site. His photos, uploaded to social media, confirmed what Zhemukov and Chernobrov had long suspected. The Kahora shaft was not a natural formation. Sploshnov's images revealed massive stone blocks, cut with remarkable precision, as well as what appeared to be machine marks, hinting at advanced technology. Other photos showed stone formations buried beneath the soil, suggesting that the area had once been a major construction site. Despite these tantalizing discoveries, no new expeditions have been launched. The shadow cast by the deaths of those connected to the site, combined with its remote and inhospitable location, has kept the mysteries of the Kahora shaft locked away. To this day, the origin and purpose of the shaft remain unsolved. Was it part of an ancient, advanced civilization, or did it serve a purpose we have yet to understand? If proven to be man-made, the Kahora shaft would rank among the largest and most sophisticated megalithic sites on Earth, rivaling the pyramids of Egypt. Yet for now, its secrets remain hidden, waiting for a new generation of explorers brave enough to uncover them.
Range from the plausible to the fantastical, reflecting human fascination with the unknown and the mysterious aspects of this expansive region.
They are clearly protecting or preserving something under, I believe it's 3 miles of ice.
The Tunguska event of 1908 is a tale that sounds like something straight out of a science fiction novel. Imagine a massive explosion occurring in the remote Siberian wilderness, flattening an estimated 80 million trees across an area as vast as 2,150 square kilometers. What's even more baffling is that this colossal event left behind no impact crater, fueling decades of speculation and a variety of theories aiming to explain what exactly happened near the stony Tunguska River that day. At the heart of the scientific quest to unravel this mystery is the leading explanation that points to an airburst from a meteoroid or comet as the culprit. Picture a cosmic body, about 50 to 60 meters in diameter, hurtling towards Earth and exploding in the atmosphere with the energy equivalent to 10 to 15 megatons of TNT. This scenario is not only dramatic, but also backed by eyewitness accounts of a bright flash and a scorching hot wind. Further support comes from studies revealing microscopic glass spheres in the soil, evidence of the high-temperature melting you'd expect from such a meteoritic explosion. Yet the human mind loves a good mystery, and the Tunguska event has spawned some of the more exotic and outlandish theories. Take, for instance, the hypothesis of a mini black hole zipping through Earth, entering our atmosphere over Tunguska and exiting on the other side. It's a theory straight out of a sci-fi thriller, complete with massive energy release and no impact crater. But as you might guess, this theory lacks hard evidence and strays far from the realm of empirical science. Then there's the antimatter theory, suggesting that the explosion resulted from a matter-antimatter annihilation. This idea taps into our fascination with cosmic phenomena, proposing an immense release of energy as a tiny amount of antimatter meets matter in our atmosphere. Although it makes for an intriguing plotline, this theory too lacks the support of direct evidence and ventures into speculative territory, given the rarity of antimatter in our universe. Some speculate that the explosion was the result of an extraterrestrial spacecraft, either crashing or intentionally detonating above the surface. While this theory might fuel endless debates and what-if scenarios, it falls short in the evidence department. Another intriguing proposition is that the Tunguska event was the test of a secret weapon, perhaps by Tsarist Russia. The idea that a nation in the early 20th century could possess a weapon capable of such destruction adds a layer of intrigue to the mystery. However, like the others, this theory stumbles on the lack of historical evidence and the sheer implausibility of such advanced technology existing at the time. When we compare these theories, the meteoroid or comet airburst stands out as the most scientifically plausible explanation. It's grounded in a significant body of evidence, from the pattern of treefall to the presence of extraterrestrial spherules in the soil. This evidence paints a picture consistent with known meteorite impacts, albeit on a much larger scale. In contrast, the alternative theories, though they capture the imagination, fall short of empirical support and often contradict our current understanding of science. In the annals of history, few inventors spark the imagination quite like Nikola Tesla, a man whose vision for the future was as vast as it was ahead of his time. Among his ambitious projects, the Wardenclyffe Tower stands out as a testament to his dream of wirelessly transmitting power and communications across the globe. Situated in Shoreham, New York, this tower was Tesla's bold attempt to distribute free energy to any point on Earth and to send messages as far as Paris. Despite its potential, the project was never completed, largely due to financial woes. Tesla's claims about the tower's capabilities were grandiose, with promises of effects felt all over the globe. This backdrop sets the stage for one of the more tantalizing speculative theories linking Tesla's innovations directly to the mysterious Tunguska event of 1908. Imagine Tesla, under the immense pressure to showcase the fruits of his labor, deciding to conduct a dramatic demonstration of his wireless energy transmission technology. The theory posits that he directed a massive surge of energy towards the Arctic, only for this experiment to veer off course spectacularly, resulting in the massive explosion witnessed in the remote Siberian wilderness. Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower was indeed designed to harness the Earth's ionosphere for the wireless transmission of energy. Theorists who connect Tesla to Tunguska speculate that he had unlocked a method to focus this energy to a pinpoint location, utilizing the Earth and its atmospheric layers as conduits. The timing is intriguing. with the Tunguska event occurring in 1908, a period when Tesla would have been eager to validate his life's work. However, the remote location chosen for this supposed demonstration raises questions, with the ensuing disaster allegedly unintended. Despite the captivating narrative, the technological and scientific realities present significant hurdles. The sheer scale of energy required to cause an event mirroring the destruction at Tunguska surpasses what was conceivable for Tesla or indeed any technology of the era. There's also a conspicuous absence of any historical documentation or Tesla's own accounts suggesting an experiment of this nature took place, particularly one targeting the Arctic. Moreover, had Tesla indeed transmitted energy capable of leveling forests over such a vast distance, the atmospheric disturbances would have been noticeable well beyond Siberia, likely manifesting as widespread auroras or other phenomena. Yet no records of such effects exist. Additionally, the lack of any man-made physical evidence at the Tunguska site and the explosion's characteristics align more closely with an extraterrestrial object's airburst, further distancing Tesla from the event. The speculation around Tesla's connection to the Tunguska explosion weaves an intriguing tapestry of what-ifs, blending the legendary inventor's groundbreaking aspirations with one of the 20th century's greatest scientific mysteries. Yet when dissected under the lens of available evidence and scientific feasibility, the theory remains just that, a speculation. Nikola Tesla, the man whose inventions lit up the world, is no stranger to the world of mystery and speculation. His work on alternating current, the Tesla coil, and early radio technology fundamentally changed the course of human history. His claims of developing technologies for wireless electricity, death rays, and even weather modification have sparked endless debate and fascination. However, it's the whispers of his lost experiments, particularly those possibly conducted in the remote expanse of Siberia, that have captured the imagination. The allure of Tesla's unrevealed inventions and Siberia's mysterious vastness weaves a compelling narrative. Among the most intriguing are suggestions that Tesla tested 2 to 3 of his most speculative inventions in Siberia: advanced energy weapons and earthquake machines. The notion of Tesla, possibly in league with the Russian government, unleashing the power of a directed energy weapon in the isolation of Siberia, is the stuff of legends. This death ray was said to be capable of downing aircraft from hundreds of miles away, a claim that, while never demonstrated, has nonetheless fueled speculative fires for decades. But how plausible are these theories? The truth is, there's no concrete evidence to suggest Tesla ever set foot in Siberia or carried out experiments there. His later years were marked by financial hardship and a gradual withdrawal from the public eye, making the logistics of such a venture highly improbable. Furthermore, the tales of Tesla's earthquake machine, a device that could supposedly trigger tremors, add another layer. While Tesla did experiment with mechanical oscillators, the leap from a small-scale laboratory experiment to triggering seismic events in Siberia is a giant one. When we compare these speculative Siberian adventures with Tesla's documented work, we find both similarities and stark differences. Tesla's public demonstrations of his inventions show a man keen on sharing his discoveries with the world. This openness contrasts sharply with the secretive nature of the supposed Siberian experiments, which remain to this day shrouded in mystery and without a shred of concrete proof.
On a quiet September day in 1969, in the secluded Siberian village of Zhaik, miners descended into the earth as they did every day, unaware that they were about to unearth a mystery that would baffle scientists and ignite imaginations for decades to come. At a depth of 230 feet, amidst the relentless clanging of pickaxes against coal, a miner struck something unusual, a hollow sound that stood out against the solid resistance they were accustomed to. What could possibly lie hidden so deep beneath the Earth's surface? Intrigued, the miners cleared away the debris, revealing a fissure in the wall that seemed to open into a hidden chamber. With a mix of trepidation and excitement, they broke through the wall, their lamps casting eerie shadows into the darkness beyond. Inside, they stood in awe before a sight that seemed plucked from legend. A massive marble sarcophagus, exquisitely designed, measuring about 8.5 feet long and 3 feet high. Who could have crafted such a monument, and why was it buried so deeply? The head of the mining district, Alexander Masaligin, was swiftly notified. Recognizing the potential significance of the find, he informed the authorities, setting in motion a chain of events that would lead to widespread speculation and secrecy. As the sarcophagus was carefully extracted from its ancient resting place, the miners' imaginations ran wild. Could it contain priceless treasures, or perhaps relics from a bygone era? Yet, a nagging thought lingered among them. Would the authorities seize their discovery without offering any explanations or rewards? Driven by curiosity and a sense of injustice, they decided to open the sarcophagus themselves. What they found inside defied all expectations and raised more questions than answers. Instead of gold or jewels, they discovered the remarkably preserved body of a young woman, appearing to be between 25 and 30 years old. Her long, wavy dark brown hair cascaded down to her waist, and she wore a white, translucent dress made of a material unknown to them. Immersed in a mysterious pink liquid, she looked as if she were merely asleep. Beside her head rested a small black metal box, unfamiliar in design. Could this box hold the key to her identity or purpose? The woman's skin was astonishingly smooth and pale, whiter than any they had ever seen, even more so than someone with albinism. Her lifelike appearance was mesmerizing. She seemed healthier and more vibrant than the miners themselves. Who was this mysterious woman, and how had her body remained so perfectly preserved? Word of the discovery spread rapidly, and villagers flocked to see the enigmatic Tizul princess, named after the district. Among the onlookers, a young man, perhaps emboldened by the crowd, dipped his finger into the pink liquid and tasted it. It was odorless and tasteless, but the consequences were dire. Within a week, his mental state deteriorated. He became disoriented, unable to recognize his own home, and tragically froze to death in the harsh Siberian winter. Was this a warning of the dangers lurking within the ancient sarcophagus? Soon, high-ranking officials, police, military personnel, and agents believed to be from the Secret Service arrived, sealing off the area. They warned of potential infectious hazards, but their actions suggested there was more at stake. Attempts to airlift the sarcophagus failed due to its weight. Deciding to drain the pink liquid into containers to lighten it, they witnessed something astonishing. As the liquid was removed, the woman's skin rapidly darkened, losing its lifelike appearance. Did the liquid possess extraordinary preservation properties? The sarcophagus and its contents were transported to a facility for scientific analysis. Weeks later, a professor visited Zhaik to discuss the find. He revealed that standard dating methods were insufficient. The materials did not conform to known parameters. Advanced techniques suggested an age of approximately 800 million years, a figure that shattered existing understanding of human history and evolution. How could such an artifact exist from a time long before complex life was believed to have emerged on Earth? The implications were staggering. If accurate, this discovery challenged the very foundations of science, suggesting the existence of a civilization with advanced technology in Earth's distant past. Alternatively, could this be evidence of extraterrestrial visitors? The woman's unusually pale skin hinted at origins from a place with less sunlight. As news of the Tizul princess began to spread, authorities moved swiftly to suppress it. Newspapers were confiscated, and those who spoke out faced repercussions. The story faded from public view, silenced by the powers that be. It wasn't until years later, following political changes that loosened restrictions, that the tale resurfaced in local media. Yet the mystery only deepened. A memorial plaque now stands near Zhaik, commemorating the discovery. It speaks of the beautiful young woman found in a marble sarcophagus, buried hundreds of millions of years ago. Eyewitnesses from the village have come forward, reaffirming the authenticity of the event. But with each new revelation, more questions arise. Speculation abounds. Some believe the Tizul princess was part of an ancient civilization lost to time, her preservation a testament to technologies we have yet to comprehend. Others suggest an extraterrestrial origin, her existence evidence of visitors from beyond our world. Without concrete evidence, the truth remains elusive.